Okay, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is STEMWikino.com, and we are doing a video for programmable logic. Uh-oh, take that eye out. Logic controllers. All the haters are going to see that. Oh, yeah, two eyes in logic. All right, so programmable logic controllers for college students. The reason why I'm put this video together is because there's been students need tutoring. They do, and there's not enough tutors out there. And there's, I guess, two different schools of thought. Like, okay, well, you could learn programmable logic controllers in a semester, or you could learn them in a weekend, which I think is crazy. I don't think you could learn these in a weekend. You could go through a whole bunch of statements and programs in a weekend, but I don't really think it's going to stick. And so I think like the college method, the college approach is best because there's like a building blocking method to it. Um, it's not just up 2 days because you're going to rapidly lose those skills. You just got 2 days of training and then boom, and then no more. And then you're supposed to be like qualified to programmable. I mean, some people it works. Some people could do it in a weekend, but most cannot. All right. So that's why we kind of put this video together to reach out to people that need tutoring and stuff like that in the different colleges and universities and electrical engineering programs. Okay, so PLCs do a lot of things. Traffic light systems, robotics, like routing sorters, as you can see here and stuff like that. So they really, really do a lot. But there are two major systems. Um, I would learn like on a slick, what we call a 500 or a slide 500, or they call it the slick 500 system. Okay, which you can see here. And then the engine industry standard now is like the 5000, like got Logic RS Logic 5000, Studio 5000, whatever you want to call it. But this is what the actual industry is actually using in the field. And I always thought like it was like, why did I spend a whole year on 500 and before we went to 5000? 5000 is the standard. And the thing is that if you know 500, the fundamentals are going to be strong. When you cross over into 5,000, it's going to be like pop, 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 pop. You're going to move faster and whip a lot faster. So I encourage. Now we have both systems here. This is um, the panel or the screen for the 500. You can see up here our slides 500 Pro, and you can see our input and our output. Okay, and then we have our 5,000, which is, like I said, this is the industry standard. I think the program is like $7,000 or something like that. So this is like, the real people that are using this and in the industry. Now, they still have the 500 system around, and they also have another system called Siemens, which was used widely everywhere else in the world, but it's creeping into the States. So I'll be doing some videos on those too as well down the road. But I just wanted to get into a little, you can notice that the panels are very, very similar. Okay. You got your task or your controller and your IO configuration stuff on the side here, and then you have your tools on the top, like your bits that you're going to use and things of that nature. You have your verification, make sure the program is clear, but just focus. Input and output. That's all I want to talk about today. So let's go to the 500 system. All right. I'm on the 500 system, and I think it's not where I want to be. Okay, so when you first start out, you have a blank ladder, and if you look over here to the right, you see end. All right. What we're going to do, first thing we're going to do, we're going to click in here, make sure that color's here, and we're going to add a rung. All right, like I just did. Okay, so now we have the end rung, and then we have the rung where we're going to put our input and output. If you just look up here, we could add a rung, add another rung if we liked. So now you got two rungs. We could add a branch if we wanted to, and we can add inputs normally closed, inputs normally open. You could have output. Um, there's a lot we can do here in the way of programming and stuff like that. But right now, I want to take this guy away, I want to take this out. All right, and input. So boom, put this guy in. And now I don't want input. I want to input 4. Hold on. All right, so we'll say input 1. All right, and we'll give it a description as start underscore button. And we can drag it right from the panel here on up. Boom, start button. We can pull up our output file. And first light is what I want. Ooh, 020. Okay. Output 20. It's not what I wanted, but that's a data file. I want an output. Open. No, there's our output file. Okay, there we go. So first light. That's the description. I can take this bit and I can just drag it right there. You can see that we have a first light. Okay. After that, we can just kind of click anywhere in here. We'll come over here and go to download. Yes, we're downloading the program. So we have to download the program. Otherwise, the previous program is going to be in the CPU part of the module. So we're going to run. Yes, we're going to go online. We're going to do all that great stuff. So now you can see that the ladder is energized on both sides. Now, in order for continuity to exist, where we're going to hit our start button and then it's going to flow over to the first light to energize the light, this has to be true. So I'm going to go over to 1 and I'm going to press it. Okay, and I'm going to let go 1 go, and then it's going to de-energize. So watch this. When I say I'm going to press this, it's going to energize and it's going to float there. Press it again. Start buttons, true, and so the first light goes true, or it energizes. Letting it go. Pushing it back. Okay, so that's 500. Real simple. All right. So, boom, let's go to 5,000. This is the industry standard. All right. And basically, we have the same thing here. So let me just show you how I already have the stuff in here to shorten the video up a little bit. So up here, first we'll click on here, and then we're going to drag over here. We have our rung, branch, all the stuff we had here. So all I did was added a input and I added an output. That's all I did, and put 0 there. So basically, when I wanted to click in here, I'll right click and it'll say new tag. And let me just say, okay, let's say e-stop, emergency stop here. So emergency underscore stop. All right. And actually, I would want that to be a normally closed. Cancel. Sorry, guys. Normally closed. The difference between a normally open and a normally closed is that you got this little slot in here. All right. Okay. So right click, new tag. All right. E-stop. That's what we're going to name it. It's going to be a local tag and alias. Okay. E-stop is going to be alias for, and we'll say iData 8. So we'll hit the drop down, local input, click that, little triangle. We go to data, we'll click on data, and 9 is already taken. As we can see there, 9 is already taken. So I'll say 8. Just say 8. And then I8. Let's look here. Input, do we have an input 8? Yeah, we do. So we hit create, bang. And then our tag is created. And this is a normally closed switch, so that's why you can kind of see some energy flowing through it. Okay, that is the normal state if we do nothing. All right, and the same thing, you would do the same thing for here if you were going to do output. All right, but I'm going to cut that instruction. I'm going to download. and look for 8. Okay, now we're using the 5000 panel. This is the industry standard panel that we're using right now, not the 500. But they're really not that much different from each other. Just one system is tag based, the other one is kind of like address based, seriously address based. That's the 500. All right, so you don't have the like in 500. Let me come back to it. You don't have like okay, see, so input 1 0 and output 2 1. You don't have that. All right. Once we get our tag in there, we can do all kinds of stuff, which we're going to learn down the road. So you see tags labeled like first light, e-stop, and everything, but we're really not using them to their full potential, which we will do down the road. All right. So, all right, I9. So I'm going to click this input and it should energize. And it does. All right. I'll release it and it de-energizes. All right. So long as the e-stop's not on, and I did get a green light like I wanted, so that was good. All right, and then I'm looking at 8, and all right, so if the emergency stop is on, doesn't matter what that switch does, it will not energize this first light because it's an emergency stop. Like if something happens during the operation, oh, we need to stop it, boom, that e-stop comes on, and you notice that the first light is coming out. So we're gonna have more and more. This was just simple, just something I wanted to put together. I got through an intro together and just want to let people know that we're here for them. So I appreciate you guys for watching. Take care.